Already live. Can you hear me? Um, okay, I just forgot something. Let me see. How you doing, bro? Um, okay, something is okay. Let's see something. All right. Are we within? Let's see. Okay. Let me go down to. Okay. All right. Okay. Let's see. Okay, we're gonna play the music. Good afternoon. Yo, boy. Yeah, we're here today, the second day of the community engagement. We'll welcome you wherever you are and give us another 5 minutes. We'll be right there. Um, yes, we here again on Facebook, yes, on YouTube, and on Instagram. I want to thank God for this opportunity again. Is in less than 5 minutes we're gonna be coming in and okay, it was 5 minutes. Okay, we see who calling me was saying that. Today we on the second day of the summit, and we want to thank God. We know that those who will be coming in, we already know, and uh, we have the last batch of people will be on tomorrow. And like I said, once you don't come in between 9 to 45 minutes after 12 o'clock, we're definitely going to be closing up because then we cannot wait. But when you come in between the end of probably 45 minutes, 12:45, then of course we know that we can also you in and continue with the rest of the show. So today is another interesting day here with the community engagement, and I have with me Brother Samuel is here, Brother Chinikin from Liberia, and actually we gonna be going into the program. We hope that we have a good time. Those of us who are watching, we hope that you keep watching, and we just want to start this program in the next 5 minutes. We have 3 more minutes, and we're going to be starting here. Uh, please give us another time. I know that, yes, today is another great time here, and we believe that the rest of the guys will be coming in, and we're going to open up for all of us. We have this coming up, and so Brother Tumit, is so welcome to community engagement. Again, we are here to bring you live on the summit.
Hey there, community leaders. Imagine a world where every community thrives, where each individual has a voice and every effort creates a lasting impact. Sounds like a dream, right? Well, it's time to turn that dream into reality. Welcome to the Global Community Engagement Forum, your gateway to becoming a true changemaker. Think about the power of one community leader. That's you. Now, imagine harnessing that power on a global scale, alongside like-minded individuals who are just as passionate and driven. The possibilities are endless. This forum isn't just another meeting. It's a mission to engage, empower, and elevate communities all around the world. You'll gain insights from global partners, learn from impactful training sessions, and discover innovative business development strategies. But more importantly, you'll be prepared to make a real difference. You'll be equipped with the tools, knowledge, and network to transform your community and inspire others to do the same. Picture yourself leading initiatives that tackle pressing issues, creating programs that uplift your neighbors, and driving sustainable growth in your area. This isn't just about making small changes, and it's about sparking a movement. Now you might be wondering, how do I get started? It's simple. Join the Global Community Engagement Forum. Connect with passionate leaders from all corners of the globe. Share your experiences, learn from others, and start building a brighter future. By participating, you're not just attending an event, you're becoming part of a global mission. A mission dedicated to making the world a better place, one community at a time. So what are you waiting for? The world needs leaders like you. Leaders who dare to dream big, act boldly, and inspire others. The Global Community Engagement Forum is your platform to do just that. Join us and let's make a difference together. Because when communities thrive, the world thrives. Thank you for listening, community leaders. Dude, let's get out there and change the world. See you at the forum.
But one thing that Maripaz and you, Jarvis, and
Welcome. Again, we're here today to keep the ball rolling. The second day of the summit. We want to thank God, and as we await, brother, not await, but as we keep the day. I want to thank God for yesterday. We had Rabbi Sarah. We also had this Dr. Jacqueline. Actually, she's only came in back because tomorrow will be time, and I think we have 2 or 3 person tomorrow. Dr. Shirley and her will be coming up tomorrow. Those of us who are probably all the time, whatever you are, well, okay. We know that even if we didn't receive and then highlight from you, uh, know that as well because everybody has their own responsibility. We want to also thank those of us who are coming in. If you don't have the link, we are not using Zoom, so please, if you don't have the link, it means you didn't actually uh, gave us confirmed to us yesterday evening, and then even up to this morning, so we can send you a link. In other words, just to tell you that time is very important also. So if you want to come in, you still have the opportunity to do that. You can stay get me informed, and then I'll put you right in because of time. Brother how to call him, Dr. Kerry will be coming in in few minutes, probably. But again, we want to say thank you and welcome to the community engagement. This is a summit that is part of the event leading to Sunday, and Sunday is being prepared. People will be coming in, whatever. Some will be giving a certificate of appreciation of what they are doing. We're going to be talking more about it tonight. And 7 o'clock, we also have with us one guest on the Partnership Forum. We'll be there, and want to welcome you because we all are in this together. We say unite to end, and the only way we can end or not just end but minimize uh, what we call hunger and homelessness is when we come together and really mean to do it together in unity. We can end or minimize what we call homelessness and hunger. Looking at the different countries, different region, or even here in America, all over, there are people stay going to bed. Well, not too much in America because no matter where you walk on the other side, you see people, you see organization, churches giving back, not like Africa. Okay, even though, but people stay and go hungry, and as a result of Street Friend and Mercy Street Friend and other great institutions here in the state giving back to our community. I want to thank God for you guys, every one of us who are volunteering. Thank you, and God bless you. We want to also welcome today. We have from Liberia. We have our brother Samuel Chinikin from the Children Against False Labor. He's the CEO, and he's been part of his with one of our partners here from Africa. And we want to thank God for you, brother Chinky. This is also a preparation for the summit in November. I show that brother Chinky and other might be prepared for that summit. We're going to talk about it while we talking about some of the things we want to talk about, issues that is very much important when it comes to where we are today, the second day in the summit, and it's so interesting. So, brother Chenike, we want to welcome you. When you talk about, introduce yourself because it's now strange, but other might want to know you. Whatever, whoever watching, want to say welcome. And again, is brother Chenike from Liberia, West Africa. Your mic is not. Can you put your mic on? So we have issue yesterday, but we have Sarah actually representing her organization, and as partner, she ready open up some things and talk about domestic violence. Not only that, but when it comes to um, mental health, those issues that affect our people. We talk about it. We talk about those things that lead to homelessness that affects people's life. And when we talk in terms of how do we change the face of our community, it's not about you can see people. I want to be on the flyer. I want to be, but it's not about how many person on the flyer and they don't have the time to come in. It's about how many person are willing already to take responsibility of their community because everyone has responsibility. Remember that uh, we make choices and we are responsible for the choices we made. And I want to say, well, I apologize for the clinic that's going to be coming in, but why we I awaiting guests, we want to say you are part of this whole change in your community. You are part of the change, and you cannot make that change if you are not prepared to make the change. All of us have a responsibility to make change in our beginning from our community, beginning from our home, beginning from our different probably denomination, wherever you find yourself. So we cannot change. We cannot make that change. We cannot make that effect or something that always make it a very turning point in the life of people when we do not unite. That is where we are when it comes to unite to end hunger and homelessness. There are institutions that are very great. There are institutions that are doing well. There are people that probably may have passion or may not have passion for what they got into. Probably every one of us got into what we are today for different reasons. But I think the best reason is to have passion for what we do. Because if you don't have passion, I tell you the truth, you are going to give up. Probably in the middle of everything, you might, give up the people rights. Stand for what you stand for, not standing for what you stand for doing what you feel in your interests. So when we talk about unite to end hunger, is talking about coming together and speaking with one voice, and not allowing yourself to be used by people in order to bring chaos. Now we talk about conflicts, and we say conflict, uh, as a result of conflict we have people probably be displaced. And when people are displaced, what happens is that they go out of home. They don't have the resources. So we talked about that yesterday, and we highlighted some of the more important issues when it comes to homelessness in our society. Looking at all these different factors that contribute to hunger and homelessness. Actually, all these factors turned from men. It came from us, not, well, the animal didn't create that, but it was the man that God gave the command to take over, to replenish, to subdue the earth. Okay, so when we talk about how can we change the world, how can we make a change in our society, then the question comes to my mind that we can only make a change when we decide to do it together. And so, as we talk about unite to change, unite to, uh, to end, let us begin to think about it. Because when we say unite, you're talking about not in the sense of being, wants you just want it for yourself. No, we're talking about you're doing it for the people. And so, like all of us civil society leaders all over the world, we think that it's just about our own organization. It's just about because we have arrived. Even here, we have institutions that feel that they are arrived. So uh, they don't look not coming together to solve problem, but rather the thing that they can do it on their own. So there are a lot of different factors involved when it comes to how do we end hunger and homelessness in the world. So that's a very big topic, and any hunger and then with this word homelessness is a big stuff. It's kind of uh, big topic to talk about. And sometimes you think that, well, you're driving crazy, and you're not just talking about it, you're not just thinking about why people are not uniting to do it. Okay, so that's the best thing we can do. Because if we maybe ain't no way, like gave us, like I said yesterday, 20 more years, what happens to the next generation? This is It's not about flesh and blood. It's not about, well, segregation. And you can talk about the rest of what you want to do in life. You can exclude yourself from some of the things that you feel that could be embarrassing to you. And if you're not, hello, hello, yeah, I on live. I'll call you later. I on live. I'll call you later. Yeah, I'll call you. And the issues of how do we reconcile, and how do we really fight together to end hunger or minimize hunger and homelessness in the world. It's very difficult to do it, yes, but it's not impossible with God. We can work together, stop some of the things that we see. We can prevent chaos, to kill, like, allow people to go without food. We can also prevent civil war, civil crisis. Those are issues that actually uh, affects the world, and then it causes people to scatter. They go all over the place, and you know what happens. when people are not in their homes. Okay, so again, welcome, brother.
Can you hear me now?
You can hear
Can you
me?
hear me now?
Yeah, yeah, I hear you. I
Yeah, I'm
hear you.
hearing you.
Yeah, okay.
Okay,
So,
okay.
so again, we want to welcome Brother Stenikin. He's already here. Um, you know, we are at 2025 SDG 2030 is right around the corner. 5 years from now, we'll be talking about 2030. Uh, why do you think, even as we discuss this issue as a panelist, what are some of the things that we can do in your own words that to help in this whole initiative?
Okay, first of all, I should say thank you to your hardworking team, and I give God the glory for giving you the strength every time, every morning to have these innovative programs that will educate our people. I'm Sammy, for those of you who don't know me, I'm Sammy Isaac Chidikim, the CEO of the organization called Children Against Forced Labor, CAFO for short. And we are operating in Liberia, where we've been here for the past 15 years or so forth, try to buttress government effort and enhance other programs to bring sensitive information and protective information to our people. Now we help our girls, women, and children from being sexually exploited, sexually and not being forced into child labor. Now, with the topic under discussion is very cognizant to our survivability and the so-called 1970 and that is some of the now West Wire in Liberia. Because we felt that many people were going hungry and rest issues were claiming, rest price were claiming. So for us to be able to reach the mind and be able to understand, then let's know what are the root causes for which people are going to bear hunger. And you just mentioned some of the root causes that are taking people to bear hunger because of lack of employment, poverty cover,
Yeah.
because unfair choice still being measured to others, discrimination, marginalization of people. So
Hmm. Yeah. Yes. You can hear you. Yes. Like our brother is kind of fixing a little stuck there. I know that I can hear him, but like you said, brother Chiniki, I know that you're going through some kind of had internet connection right there. I know some of the challenges there. The internet is not just stable, but I think what he's saying is, the whole thing about the factors that lead us to homelessness and hunger is attributed to war. It attributed to stigmatize when you look at somebody and think that, well, they are maybe ill or something. They don't have the ability to work, and so you don't give them job. Economic constraint and the rest of different factors that contribute to this whole thing called homelessness. So it's not something that we can keep talking about and just sit on the fence. Give ourselves 5 years, 10 years, 15 years as we look at technology, and that's what I always tell people. What we used to do 20 years ago, we used to talk about what we used to see, people walk away from their homes, different situation goes on. Those time At that time, we're experiencing something different where we could not have access. Children could not have access to phone. Yeah, because not the parent could not afford it. It was not available. But now, even the little child who are lying down, don't play with them. They will frame you. They will film you. They will take your video before you make up your mind. Your video is on Facebook. So it has its own negative and positive contribution. Sometimes somebody will say, "Well, I don't think I'm able to. I don't like the internet because of X, Y, Z." But I will tell you, it beneficial. This is why I'm here. 5 years ago, we started this thing on social media, and because of our persistence, and This is gone. If you are grade, or if you, I tell people that I don't like to talk about grading. I don't like to talk about whether I was doing well. Nobody would talk about that. But I know the effort. I know the timing. I know that we are one of the leading institutions here when it comes to nonprofit organization or human right based that are resilient and talk about this issue here on Facebook. If you would compare, and if Facebook would really grade us, we would get it. We will almost be the first or second prize. So what am I saying this? This is all about how do we reconcile the fact that somebody child is going hungry, right? Uh, it was caused by a group of people. How can we end it? A group of people in your community are going hungry. Learning today, leading tomorrow. If we as people will learn and be educated, like I said, I was on Saturday. I was there on Tuesday with the NAMI, a group, very interesting group that talk about mental health, which is epidemic. You see, when we discuss these issues in the month of May, it's a massive awareness against raising awareness against this epidemic illness that affects the brain, and people think the person would be going crazy. It also helps to keep them on the job because nobody wants to employ someone who could be going through some problem. Nobody wants to have them in the mix in their homes. Parents, I are telling young children all of these situations, young children are affected, suicide and different situations. How can we help to minimize? What contribution do we have for our communities? Now, this is not about Jarvis. I said it yesterday, and you can give me the next 2 hours. I'm going to stay here to talk about issues, but I alone can do it now. So the fact remains that every institution in the world has a responsibility. You went to the state house, the secretary of state here, whatever country in Liberia. You went to the Ministry of Finance. You say, I want to advocate for people. Please let me register my institution to have a legal right to do it. They gave you the right to do it, yes, but you sit on the fence. I the day that I went to the German embassy with the Minister of Justice back home, and that it was like a week kind of training on this economic the approach to human rights and rights of development. That is a very interesting topic: economic, the social, and cultural rights as it relates to development. So when you see her driving up to this place, how many of us went to that particular training with them? How many of us went to that particular training and really have the skill beside the one we have with the United States Institute and other different organizations? It's not about this certificate. You can place all on the walls. That's why I'm not interested in just having certificate, because I see that people push people to go for certificate because they think that they can push them to something and they will be interested. You get involved and you forget about the thing and sits on the fence. And you fold your hands and like, well, let's leave these guys here and let them do it alone. No. How can we unite to really fight against these things? Everyone is involved. So this is not about me, and I would keep saying that. The reason is because I have my expertise. I can do other things. I can live. I can do anything to make life. So the point here is the passion that I have for what I do is far from me thinking that, well, okay, we're not going to push this guy, or we're not going to support this. And because when we support this guy would be, or this person, this lady would be, like I say last week, no, you will not fulfill dreams. The person you're talking about might fulfill his dream. Dreams fulfill when you go towards your vision. When you come together, is to solve a global issue or issue that relates to the nation and everything. So everybody has a dream. So we got to unite to bring the breaking pieces together, even in the home. If the wife is building a house in West Germany, the husband is building a house in Liberia, and well, two of them are knuckleheads. no agreement, there will be no unity. The blessing is not going to come. Like Reverend Sarah said, yesterday. We had a wonderful time yesterday, and today we just sorry that Brother Chinnigan, we know you coming in, and why it is true that we have these situations, and uh, nothing go out of hand except we ourselves, allow it to go out of hand. And life is all about what you say, what you do, and how you want to do it. Everybody going through these challenges. You see people here on Facebook sometimes, oh yeah, the guy got money, or this lady, and sometimes we don't want to support something that really seems to be positive or constructive. We want to think that we can use this person to try to fool them in something in order to throw them away from what they're doing. Because what happens is, the word itself has different way people react to something, and in our culture we might be reacting to something different from the culture here. The way we do things in Africa, in Liberia, precisely, is different from what we do here. I don't go to somebody's door, they're going to put me to jail, they're going to sue me. I don't just go to somebody's door. Not, well, they might be happy to see me, but the next time you hear, oh, this guy came to my door, I don't know where he came from. That's a different culture. But should we sit on the fence? Should we sit on the fence? We must call somebody and talk to them on the phone. That's why, thank God for the internet. Thank God for these kind of things we're doing. Because I will tell you the truth. If you don't guard yourself, your emotions, and some of the things we do here, you are going to get into trouble that you will never regret those hours. So why we fighting to do something, bringing people together uh, to help to change the world? We must also be our own security. One, we must also understand that, well, the next person right ends here and the other person begins. So we can end or minimize hunger. We can end hunger for a family. We can minimize for the world. So the world end is not limited. It's common. We can end hunger for a family or for a community that may be going through some problem. And those issues cannot be solved by just an organization or government. If civil society in Liberia decide to walk away and not to hold government accountable, then of course what happens is that the government will take advantage and just be flexible and do things, and just go away. So civil society is a very strong pillar in every given society. So we can work together to begin from the church, the religious community, to civil society leaders. How can we drive off this thing? It's not about Jarvis. No, I don't care about whether you want to be part of it. I think I can motivate you to be part of it. I think I can tell you, Lord, you need to give me some money. I need to eat some of your dime because I'm working for you. I'm giving you information that is sensitive, that you need. Join us, let make a change in our society. Become a volunteer, learn to be a leader. Because the only way we can change our society is that when we understand why we were actually made, why we exist, understanding your purpose. Divinely, do you understand? Then you are being driven, and you will be driven to something that would lead you in the direction that God is pointing you. So it's not about how many person, and I have been so for 5 years we've been here, man. So what am I saying this? I'm saying this to say every individual has a problem. Okay, whether you approach them and okay, I want to be part of the summit, whether they come to the summit or not, you don't have to think about them. Call them if you want to call them, but you got to go on. The problem with life is people stick in the mud and depend on others who might not have interest but try to show up. So let us be, let one another brothers keeper one, unite to change our society. That's the message for this whole summit. Okay, Samuel, I'm so sorry, but those things happen. Yeah, you were speaking, I couldn't hear you. Okay, so he's back, and I gave you
Yeah,
the
yeah.
floor. Yeah, you are
Okay.
welcome.
Yeah, thank you very much. I know you have talked on some of these things. You getting me?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm getting you clear.
You getting me?
Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, I know that as you referred stated, let me hear stuff. In every society, we should have a motivator. Not everybody will do the same thing.
No.
But for us to be able to end hunger because we know that that alone, it don't show no responsibility as a responsible government,
Yeah.
where thousands or hundreds of citizens are going to bear without food. It doesn't show no sign that you are responsible.
Hmm.
And more bizarre, we know we live in a time where
Yeah.
these things will happen, but it should be mitigated, minimized. It's not
Yeah.
to rascal what you have. Now they're all going to bear without food. So there should be some mechanism put in place.
Yeah.
We have a very good force in this country. If we can mobilize our people, we can put in the necessary resources that are needed for us to sustain ourselves as a nation. We will be able to do it. We Liberians, we
Hmm.
are not lesser set of people.
No, no,
But
no,
what
we are not.
happened to us, we always want for somebody to come and stand there and say, okay, let's do it. I will do it for you.
That's
And
good.
whenever we are looking up to outside to come and do it for us, they will take their own set time, the time they want to do it. Let them, for
Yeah.
example, in your own house, whenever you ask somebody to come and help you to do a piece of job, at the person time because you're not paying the person.
Yeah.
So whenever you
Sure.
are being driven by donors, they dictate to you, they tell you to wait for you must wait for them.
Yeah.
But as a nation, when we go now the rightful resources that are needed, no one will
Hmm.
dictate to us.
No,
So
that's
every
right.
year, if a government was telling to say we will do this, we will
Hmm.
be able to sustain ourselves because bulk of our citizens will go to bed with food and not
Yeah.
without food.
Hmm.
Because what I was just talking about some of those root causes. Look at single parents,
Yeah.
single
Single
mother
mother.
alone.
Yeah.
Do you know the problem they go on on a daily basis?
Yeah.
Do we realize the kind of challenges they face just to sustain their and their family, their children?
Hmm.
Do we know what makes them to be a single mother?
Hmm.
So when we begin to look at all of these things, what caused the lady to be a single mother? How when she became a single mother, and what are those problems that she's going through? How can the government and the society comes in to help? Children will not be going to bed. Will not have teenage pregnancies continue to grow in the numbers.
Hmm. Hmm.
We will not have a lot of our children becoming prostitutes in the numbers because they have to look and seek for in me just to eat.
Hmm.
And in that process, I always telling people, Satan doesn't give you anything free. Equally
Yeah.
so, when we some of the men you see so that are up there, they will not give you anything free without having something, without them having something to do with our children, our
Hmm.
sisters,
Dr.
our
Shirley. Hmm.
so we
So
must
true.
be able to put materials in place to equip, to make our grandchildren, our mother, the single mother, a husband on a daily basis when I visit some of this community. Some of
Thank
the
you.
rural area, they have to make farm for themselves.
Yes. So. Hmm.
So that's it.
Yeah, welcome. Those of us who are watching, Dr. Shirley, George Pan, those of us who are here, thank you for viewing. And tomorrow we know that Dr. Shirley and others will be here. We want to say, I tell people, look, it is like you see, Dr. Shirley, people will be actually recognized for what they're doing. These people are doing, beside them even being part of the community engagement. They are doing well in different countries like India, the other countries. Once organization unite to solve a problem, you might not be able to eliminate that problem, but you might be able to minimize it. You know, Chineke,
That's,
you know what I'm talking about. There are many people that went to that training
yes.
at the German embassy. They learned about human rights. There are many people that went to get certificate, they got degrees. But how many of us are
Yeah.
applying it practically? I was just talking about it. It's not about the master. It's not about the doctorate. It's not about all the degree we names. It's about the passion we have.
Yes.
When we go to a community and agree to bring chaos and or civil conflict, religious conflict, we are driving people from there to go homeless. They are living there with a baggage on their
Yeah.
head. Then again, I remember us walking all the way to Fender. We left our homes because somebody want to achieve their goal. So
Yeah.
we can unite to end homelessness, the factors that lead to crisis by having conflict resolution. How can we come together to say no, we don't need to fight? Because when we fight, the little grass will suffer. The people
Yeah.
who don't have we go hungry. So those are the other means. How can we provide job? Because I was looking at Facebook. I was looking at the guy killing the two guys in Liberia, beating them to death because they went to steal.
Mm.
So the young people who are supposed to be future leaders, they're the future are being attacked because of economic constraint. So in the only way we
Yeah.
civil society, and back home and some of the things, even in Africa and some of the places, because of constraint, it's very difficult for us to unite, to really cause things to happen. And when we look at the things of hoping to do something, so not the money not there, but the information is very important also. So we can unite. You can Chinikin is doing something, helping children back home. The little kids, the mother, like you talk about the single mothers. Some of them bring children up with nobody helping them. How can these
Yes.
guys who are supposed to be responsible for their pregnancy be roaming around the street doing different things and causing them to go, even though some of them want to like it, but we're talking about the fact that they cannot be carrying the babies for 9 months and also, well, take care of them for another years. But the guy who pregnanted them leave them. That is also part of homelessness. It causes that person to be homeless because they don't have all the money to pay mortgage, to pay rent. They will not be able to feed the kids, so they go hungry. So those are issues when it comes to the side of what happened to the children when the father leave the home, or when the father is no longer alive. So how can we unite? How can we bring our pieces together to do it? The only way we can do it, like we're talking here today, is to have the passion, not to be corrupt. Government need to understand those government officials. Look, they put you there, get what you get. Let's reflect on Burkina Faso, okay, and see what this young guy is doing. We pray for for unity. Unity is actually is a bedrock. I can do nothing. You tune again. I bet you that your lady in the house, when you guys start having confusion, you will start feeling depressed, and you will feel sometimes you think that you'll feel some kind of suppressed, and you think that you can go all the person. So those things are things that affect us in our daily work. I know the challenges there, the internet, but listen, it's good, to apply it. It's good to do it, but again, we cannot do it alone. We we can do it without probably nobody else helping. But when we get together to do it, we can make a big difference. But then again, I thank you again, and I hope that you will be able to come back because we will be ending. If we don't have this coming in the next probably 5 or 10 minutes, we're gonna be ending the 5 minutes after 10 minutes after 1 o'clock. We're gonna be ending here today, and we are very interesting to know that this is all about all of us. And I want to thank God for those of us who are watching, those of us who will be watching. We are talking about ending hunger, and homelessness. Yes, somebody will say we cannot end it, which we know we cannot end it. We can minimize it, but you know that you can end it in a family. Probably maybe there is a family in your community that might be going through some struggle because the husband don't have a job. Maybe there is a crisis that went on, and that crisis was caused by some of us, and we have the power to stop it and to cause people to survive. If you look back and see some of the religious clashes and some of the things we go through, we know that those things are the causes of conflict. Those things are the result of problems, people going displaced. And when you are displaced, you left your home, it means that you cannot find food to eat. And so we can end it. We can provide if the resources are available. Now, one of the things that I want to also say here today as a civil society leader that I experience, if we as civil society leaders, especially in Africa, if we are not already united, probably we think, well, we can do it on our own. So we have arrived. How can we share information, expertise, network in order for us to change that situation right there? It is not me, not I alone. No, I just one person. Another guy is another person. Another lady could be one person. Says Dr. Onika Shelley, Dr. Speak Audible, Dr. Chinikin, and the rest of the guys Dr. Carries, you guys, all of us have the responsibility. Challenge would be there. I would tell you the truth. That's what I would tell people. Look, I don't have problem with you when you don't come on the show, because it is only your contribution, okay? And you also been, to light that this is our responsibility. Like do it together, and your voice matter. And that's why we are here tonight. And this morning we have another show coming up. And this is all about our responsibility. And it's not about, well, okay, I want to do something, but something is holding me back. Yeah, sometimes there are situations that we don't expect, but let us push forward. Let us keep pushing, because except we push, except we go forward with what we are doing, we are stuck in the mud. And when in other words, when we are stuck in the mud, when we sit and don't see ourselves excelling, don't see ourselves being achieving what we anticipate achieving, then sometimes we say, well, I've been in Liberia. I mean, I've been here for the past years. I really didn't achieve anything, and so sometimes we give up. Sometimes we actually give up. And I want to thank God for you guys and those of us who are watching, Dr. Onika, and the rest of the guys, but Sis Joyce, all of us, we have a responsibility. And how can we make a change in our society? We can only make a change when we work together. Okay, Brother Sherman, you're following. Thank you for following. I know that you're supposed to be here, but I'm waiting for your confirmation. That's why I didn't send the link. Also, tomorrow is the final day. We have Dr. Onika Shelley, and Dr. Shen will be here tomorrow. Dr. Jacqueline Shen will be here tomorrow. And other guys, I know you got to please tell me sooner, because we want for the time to be having enough time to talk. And so thank you again, Brother Chicken. Let talk about it. And we still got time. We still got 15 minutes or 20 minutes here. So what do you think civil society? Now, this whole thing, we have a questionnaire that we're going to be sending up tonight to people who are taking part. And that questionnaire will be also used on Sunday for the in-person and the virtual meeting. The questionnaire tells you about talking about it. It's a very rich one, and we're going to be using that. You send it back, and we're going to be using that for case study. And that questionnaire will also be used in the final analysis we're going to be concluding for our November meeting. We're going to be talking more about that November meeting tomorrow. But I want you to understand that I cannot do it alone. You cannot do it alone. Even his street friend, all the other organizations we're trying to NAMI, different organizations that we want to partner with in order to do some things to keep this fire burning and to reach people. We alone cannot do it. We're talking about information. So, Brother Chiniki, what you think as a CEO, you have this comfort, and I know that all of us at Children Assistance Rescue Mission, we have challenges. Brother Sherman in Liberia, he's right now going with this new sickness coming up, and I know that they've been busy in Liberia. What are some of the things that you think civil society will be held responsible to unite? How can we hold ourselves and other guys responsible to unite, holding government accountable in order for government to make sure that, especially when it comes to civil democracy, economic, that kind of constraint, in order to try to minimize or to help people to provide job. What are some of the things you think civil society is supposed to be doing to end, uh, at least minimize or this thing?
Thank you very much. Yeah, many of us as civil society, we depend on our connection. We
Yes.
depend on probably where we come from, where we are. So to cooperate, to collaborate is sometimes
Yeah.
difficult. But let's look at it, let's illustrate it this way. You see a very gigantic tree in the middle of the forest.
Hmm.
And that tree have the roots going all over. Now
Yeah.
believe me, cut all of the small tree all around it and see whether that tree will survive for the next 50 more years.
Hmm.
It can
Yeah.
survive.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is
It's
why you see when the international partner comes, they use us because they know without us, they
hmm.
cannot achieve their goal.
Yeah.
But we as local NGO and other NGO who have the lobbying power to collaborate, bring us together so we can be
Hmm.
able to do more. We are lacking that sense, that sensibility, that sensitive idea. We feel that we can do it on our own. I was just in a Zoom meeting before our Zoom meeting, and I asked a guy from Gambia, and I said, and the guy from Liberia, how do you collect your data? And those are us that were trained by the human rights institution with the UN. We
Hmm.
are told before you advocate for someone, let the people themselves be informed,
Yes.
and let them know that you are advocating for them.
Yeah.
Don't carry on your advocacy unknown to the people. Don't carry projects. Don't carry something to the people that the people are not involved. Now, one way we can try to help our people to end hunger is to have them involved. Ask them the
Yeah.
question how our people
That's
used to make that routine farming those days.
hmm.
And when they used to make those routine farming, how they used to keep the food, what was the mechanism they put in place? How can we the peer education it pays a lot. Many times we lack this thing. To sit with the people who are facing the problem. If they
Hmm.
leave from this community today, they go to another community. Do we know that they are also carrying that going to bed with all full mentality, and so we can manage it over there.
Yeah.
So let's collaborate as a local NGO. Let's
Hmm.
come up and form a team. How can we bring our people under one umbrella? Now that climate change is playing a major role.
Yeah.
Just the feeling my sister just coming our farm just got burned. Say
Hmm.
all that time because been raining or been heavily. And by that time, those days we all have profit or having scratching. But post farm just got burned. So when we begin to educate our people on the climate change, how we can collaborate to be able to get into the low level farming, and
Hmm.
how the government can even do something, it will help.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have the power to tell someone, okay, we want a machine. No,
Yeah.
okay, you put in a time here, yeah, your form of cooperation that you can make one big swampland. And so they have land farming.
Hmm.
And the people, when you educate them on this thing, they will join into it. One good thing I love about our people in the interior, when you tell them, you inform them, and you tell them the benefit and the side effect. When they grab the concept and their brother, run after you.
So true.
So one, cooperation is the key to civil
Cooperation.
society.
Yeah.
Collaboration.
That's right. Collaboration is the key. And as we get closer to our timing, I always tell people, since I actually started this thing, we've been very long time, and we used to even go hungry for days. And when you look back here and see sometimes food, I will tell you, Jenny Kim, when I go for food, I I will have to say, well, I'm not carrying this other food because the space right now, the community engagement, I've been accepted to do distribution. We supposed to be helping. We are partnered already with the street frame, the Mercer Street frame here, and we, all this meeting we having, we believe in God to have a place, to have the warehouse. Those are things that we think Liberia and other countries. How can we help with, even it can be little, your little maybe contribution. That child who is with that single mother not going to school, okay? Because if the mother have the burden, if it's difficult, they go hungry. You can see some children, you know what I'm talking. Their parent will come late and cook 9 o'clock in the night to cook.
Yeah,
We all went through that, and as a
yes,
result of economic constraint, and you can see that the young people are getting involved into criminal activities. Some of the young ladies are the girls who parents left them, parents don't care about them. They reach their 13 years and they get into different things. They start selling themselves. So those are issues that affect society. And when youth are maybe vulnerable, when they are vulnerable, it's very easy to turn their head for political leaders to turn their head around. Like when you listen to the guys,
yes,
probably say that they are getting the march, right? They are marching in um they are marching in July about something that we can just understand. But those are all the different things. So we can also begin to give information and try to educate our young people, because when something crazy happens, it take people away. Most of the lady leave Liberia, right, to go to Dubai and other places. We hear the news, some of them not able to
yeah,
come back. Their life was destroyed. They become homeless. They become really depressed, and it come back home, no way, no life, because of this situation. So we can unite, one, by means of coming together to solve a problem. Maybe you, Chineke, might have opportunity. Maybe I might have opportunity. Okay, everybody, even a little in a community, like you said, community engagement is all about giving the people the power, giving the people the power. Because if you leave them up, even in your questionnaire, in your whatever thing you want to do in that community, and you just went there, let the way the guys can do, they don't empower us. They came with their different big organizations, and they left CAM and other organizations that were grass rooted, okay, and left them, just left, no empowerment, just left, and then everybody just fighting on their own. Okay, government don't give no subsidy for civil society. Civil society don't have any access to government money except people who are close to government. So those are
yeah,
issues that civil society need to work on, because if civil society is strong, civil society is going to stand for the people.
of
We are
course.
not talking about where somebody will call you and give you brown envelope, tell you to shut your mouth. No, not what we're saying. We cannot end hunger when we do that. We cannot end homelessness when we do that, because somebody will be saying, "My man, don't talk about this thing, because I got to get my rent. Don't talk about rent going down, rent going too high. I got to get my rent. It giving up money." So those are things that we need to be talking about. Okay, that's the only way we can minimize or end hunger. And globally or community wise, community dwellers, like you said, need to get involved. And the last thing I want to say is that we also need to have the passion, because I can tell you the truth that many people got into this thing, and that those are some of the people, as alleged, that rather benefited than people who have passion. Some people got into something to do because they see money. The money will come. You work for it, you will get it, but that should not be the first priority. Because when you put it first, then people will buy you. When people buy you, then now you on the fence. Like many other civil society leaders, I will tell you the truth, they're on the fence. Some of them on the fence. You can see that, so we can work together with unity. Okay, not be selfish about how can we pass this information to Chiniki. Chiniki is supposed to benefit. So when Chiniki benefit, then I mean it means that I'm not supposed to allow Chiniki to benefit. Okay, so we need to open up and work together, because in the next 20 years, maybe I'll be saying, well, okay, if God keep me to live up to 20, 40 years from now, fine. But what will happen after that time if we sit on the fence, looking at the young people, looking at the next generation, so we can end hunger when we come together, when we can minimize it, we can do the best we can together. One person cannot do it alone. So as we close, I just want to say again, thank you for those of us who are watching. I want to call on to, about Samuel Chinnigan to give his a closing, a parting statement as we run up for the next turn tomorrow, which will be the last day of our summit. Brother Chinnigan, what do you think? What is your parting statement, Brother Chinnigan? Give your parting statement. We have 5 more minutes. Yes. Okay, so I see that it looked like he was kind of stuck up again. But again, before he come up, I know we going to be closing up, and I want to say again, you are most welcome. This is all about making it together, and it's not one person. One person cannot do it. I alone cannot do it. I just says Dr. Shelley, brother Sherman, and George. Nobody here at this platform or watching can do it alone. So we can do it together if we decide to work together, and that is the word for us. If we can, fight something alone, well, we will be struggling with it. Okay, even though sometimes I targeting our vision, we focus on our vision. Yes, I agree. All of us will have a focus on the dream that God gave us. But again, networking is so powerful that make us to share information, cause us to share resources, cause us to support one another. And what you don't have, I may have the expertise that maybe I'll be charging you less than what other would charge you, or probably giving it free. So again, I want to thank you for your obedience, Brother Chinnigan, and coming in is it was good. I know that you went through your own timing with the internet there, but again, those things, that's what we're saying. How can we have this independence when it comes to internet freedom? Um, those are things that we need to talk about. Right for project. Make sure that we bring people on board that will help us to do it, because Liberia and country like Liberia and other countries need to have internet freedom. In other words, internet freedom is where you have access to internet and you're not paying certain group of people not paying because they have to make sure that they get the information to help the people. Those are things that we anticipate thinking about. Is very important because it helps us to be swift. It helps us to give information. It helps us to have more access to opportunity for training and for some of the things that we're doing here. So we want to thank God For those of us who are joining us, I want to say you are welcome, and we have no problem with people who did not have the time to come in yesterday, today. Tomorrow we have our guests coming in, and I think those two guests, and then I talked a little bit, and also if another person come in, we're gonna talk about it. Maybe three or four, fine. It's gonna be well because they are the key panelists, and others who will be coming in might be joining us just shortly, just to give their own input. But we have those key panelists that is coming up tomorrow. We already know them. And the other one that will be added to it tonight, I want to say welcome. Tomorrow is going to be a healthy one. It's going to be one of our key person here, Dr. Onika Shelley. And want to thank God for those of us who were not able to come today. And well, this is a summit. This is a time to share information. And if you need the how they call it, the questionnaire, I might be it will be online. Also, you can access the questionnaire. We just want your input. And we'll be sending those questionnaire also to Liberia and some places that we have interest. We just want to gather a data and some information that is very sensitive to what we're doing to prepare us for the next summit, which we're going to be talking about tomorrow, and we'll be concluding on that on Sunday in our section here in Trenton. So please don't forget your time, and sometimes it's very important. But if you have business schedule and you are stuck somewhere and you can't come in to the meeting, just tell me. And well, I understand we don't have problem with people who are on the fly and not able to come on the program. Everybody have their own time. Sometimes there's problem or something is happening. We don't have problem with that. All we know is that the summit must be held. Thank you for your support. And those of us who are well able to give, please, we need your support in as much as we I believe in God for something, but God will not come down. Okay, like I said yesterday, there are people that up there that have something to do with the internet, and they are creating content. They make money, right? They go sometimes they take the clothes up. Oh, y'all gave me and open some, some GoFundMe, and a lot of money people raise. But the question about it is, are you really thinking about, listening to something to get information and contribute to something that will bring change in your community? Let us begin to think constructively. You can support people, yes, which you need to do. Everybody has some talent. Everybody has a talent. Okay, so you can support them, but try to support people who are there doing something to make you to be informed. My last word to the young people in Liberia and around the world: as we engage you, as we talk to you, we want to advise those of us that are going through your own mental problem, depression. I want to pray for you, believing God for you, and know that that thing that you're going through, you can overcome it. Don't go to commit suicide because life is so important. I want to continue to talk to the young people, and we are coming up with this program on mental health, and I'm going to be informing you guys. But listen, it's very important because this month is the month of mental health awareness. I want to use my voice at the conclusion of this summit today, that we have enough information that we can share up there to help somebody who is going through some depression and don't understand they're being stigmatized. And you're a young man or young woman, you are born into a family, there's something that your father did to you and you're so confused. I want to encourage you. There's stay hope for you. Those of us out there that are feeling suppressed and no job, opportunity is not way. There's still opportunity for you. There's still way. There's a chance. God has you for a purpose. I want to encourage you, and I want to say to you, walk away from that thing that might be driving you to do something wrong. God has something for you. Listen to us tonight. We will be talking to um, our sis Elizabeth, Dr. Elizabeth, and myself will be talking. She's going to be talking to concerning issues. How can you be free from debt? That very constructive meeting tonight, and I'll ask that if you want to join us, you can join the same platform. It's going to be live. in the next. It's about maybe 5 hours for now, and it's going to be well. Thank you, and I know that everyone has a responsibility. Like take action to bring change in our community. So be good and tend to do good to those who actually need your help. Don't forget that they need your help. God bless you and be blessed.